Okay, so what I find within Antigone is a lot of different views of kind of a feminine, we're women and we can be right too, kind of a thing, and it's interesting because it's metaphorically the man has the authority, which is cross generation. That's always been man has the authority, and then a woman, like Creon, which is represented by Creon, who's the king, so he has the power, and then you have a woman, which back in that day, especially in majority of mankind, you have women who it's very lower, kind of just whatever says the man says goes. So the woman's kind of like, eh. So when she goes against it, it's like, how dare a woman do this? Women don't do this. You have Ismene, who's trying to talk to her before, like within the first chapter. She's just trying to be like, I'm scared for you. She said, oh yeah, 10:28. I'm so afraid of you. I'm so afraid for you. And then Antigone's like, you need not be. So you have her sister who's very traditional, doesn't want to get in trouble, is obeying the rules, and you have Antigone who is against the rules, very rebellious, and real ballsy towards the king, kind of like, almost kind of making fun of him at one point. You have it, I think it's 10:38. He's just like, when they're talking about the dead body, he's like, and you insult his memory, said Creon, and it said softly, it's just the dead man would not say that I insulted. It's kind of like, he's dead, how could I insult him if he's dead? So, so she said it softly, but still it's hinted like, you're stupid, like, which is real, it's a big no-no. Big no-no back in those Greek days. So you compare it to Texas society, there's still an authority within men over women. It's not, women are not as low as they used to be, as like considered as just objects or breeders, or just keepers of the house, So now but still, men still have like the authority, because when you have a team, someone's got to lead, and it shows that all through mankind, actually, the man is always led. So it's still similar. It's kind of like, and there's still a mentality today, slightly, which I can understand it, of just kinda, of like when the wife or something, or a woman's like mocks a man's intelligence. We don't really like that at all. So it never flies over well. We get really offended, and bad things happen. But when a man mocks women's intelligence, women will band together more so nowadays. But majority of history, it's kind of just that's what happened. Women didn't really have any say. It's like you just rolled with the punches. 2012, not so much. You had what I watched Professor Martin's video about Rush Limbaugh, and he's right about Rush Limbaugh saying to that whatever her lady's name, he called her a slut, made just real vulgar comments, and he got blasted for it. Now back, you probably erase 50 years, maybe not as much. Not as much. On the radio, he'd probably get more slandered for saying those words on the radio, I'm being profane in the radio, than he would be being profane towards a woman, if you get what I mean. The issue wouldn't be what he said to the woman, it would be what he said on the radio, I think, more so. If you were like 60 years, maybe 70, if you go farther back. Within today's society, no, that doesn't fly. Within my own personal values, my family's taught me very conservatively, man's head of the household, pretty simple. That's what I believe. I think the God-given authority that a man has, it's kind of beyond cultural. I think it's more past society, because we've never actually had a woman above a man within mankind. With all the human race, there's never been an issue where the woman's been above the man, and there's a power struggle, and there's men binding together for men's rights, and we're like, we need to have equal rights as a woman. That's never happened. And I think because men have a certain authority that's beyond culture and time, because time keeps going, culture keeps going, people change, but I think, that there's a God-given authority there. So Antigone brings up just a good bit of controversial kind of topics, but real interesting discussion on, the power of the opposite sex within today's society and back then.